Just after the polls closed, Republican candidate Steve Garvey speaking to folks. Let's go to his election night watch party. That's in Rancho Mirage, and we see he is now walking. Well, we're going to go to Beverly Hills if we can. That's where Nathan Hochman is walking out. Nathan Hochman looks to be expected to be victorious in his race to defeat George Gascon and be the next LA County District Attorney. He has assembled a coalition of some conservatives and more moderate Democrats, expected to win big. We're just getting the first results from that, and they look good for Nathan Hochman, and we expect to hear from him. We'll see if he declares victory or not. He's on stage there. We see his brother is on stage there with him, who is often with him at different events. Nathan Hochman is a former federal prosecutor. He had worked in the Bush administration, had run as a Republican for Attorney General, and now running as an independent, says that he supports Kamala Harris. He is there with his family. They live in Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. This could be a major sea change in the race for LA County District Attorney. So we're looking at the numbers right here, and look at Hochman is just way ahead. 65% to 38% in that race right now, which is just a extraordinary victory over any sort of incumbent, but a real domination for George Gascon, who is endorsed by the Democratic Party in a very Democratic county, and yet it's Hochman who is victorious, which is says something about Hochman and also says something about the unpopularity of George Gascon. Let's listen into this event.
Of the man who some of you may have seen on radio, TV, your local synagogue, church, temple, community center, AYSO sports gathering, or town hall for the concerned youth of Lancaster. If you feel like he's been unavoidable these past few months, then it worked. So I asked my father to have a couple of minutes to share with you what I've seen during his campaign. Did I watch the debates? Of course I did. As a concerned Angelino, I was going to report my father's verbal assault of George Gascon after the first 35 minutes of the first debate, but I stopped short because I knew Gascon's office wouldn't prosecute it. Kidding aside, when my dad decided to run for district attorney, my first thought was, why? If the heavy scrutiny isn't enough, you'd be subject to extreme pressure for 4 years. As a son, you'd wonder if the juice is worth the squeeze for your dad. But any hesitation that I had receded as fast as public excitement advanced. The numbers, as I'm sure you'll see on your phones today, speak for themselves. But thank you very much. But through all the attention and all the press, what am I most proud of? He's shown his son how to lead with purpose. My grandfather had a saying, showing up is 9/10 of the battle. Spend half a day in LA and you'll find no shortage of people that are ready to tell you everything that's wrong about this county. Seldom will you find anyone with a solution, and almost never will they be eager to face the music, mount a campaign, and take public criticism to the chin to see that solution through. Dad, I know I speak for all your children when I tell you you are a real-life superhero. Some call him. So last Tuesday, my brother and beautiful sister-in-law had a gorgeous baby boy. Oh, they're right there. And it got me thinking, what kind of LA would I want my children to grow up in? I didn't have to think too hard, because that LA is the LA that I grew up in. I grew up with an unlocked door, a late night stroll without serious consideration, or a parked car you weren't afraid to return to. This morning, that LA was a distant mirage receding into the horizon. But tonight, for the first time in 4 years, there's hope. Hope that actions have consequences. Hope that victims receive justice. And hope that politics never play with people's lives. And I'm hopeful because of my father. So as the saying goes, behind any great man is an even greater woman. And in my dad's case, the true bedrock upon which this whole campaign was built. So please join me in putting your hands together to welcome this campaign's secret weapon, my mother, Vivian.
Okay, I'm going to try and speak only in one microphone because I think there's a little bit of an echo. First of all,
we are listening to Nathan Hochman's victory party. We will hopefully get back to that when Hochman starts to speak. If not, we'll show you that a little bit later.